All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First off, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakal Qudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders. And Shalom to Akim out there, preaching his word, truth, and sincerity. So we just doing a brief lesson on that, basically, like, on, dealing with false prophets, mainly, like, the video that brothers on the GMS Born Again page uploaded recently with the ISUPK dude, because, like, out our way, where we have camp basically every Saturday, now those niggas basically started setting up camp literally like on the same block as us, pretty much. Like literally down we can walk, like it'd be like 2 minutes walks and you're gonna bump into them because we can see them. That's how close they are setting up to our camp, you know. And those guys, they not right when they out there, when they set up their camp. What they got on, they hold all black, everything, wearing big ass chains. You know, they out there with megaphones and stuff, selling fucking mints and soda. All right, those dudes, they just not right, man. All right, and they not the only group of people that's not right. It's just that they basically they're a group that comes up a lot though. You know, one of the main groups that come up a lot. All right, and it's going to keep on getting revealed through the spirit of Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, just showing who his true men are, all right? Because there's only a certain group of men who has the truth, man, all right? You can't just say that just because they say they're Israelites that they're chosen men of Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. No, man, it's only a certain group of men who's going to have that correct doctrine, all right? According to the scriptures, man, it's only a certain group of men who's playing that song, who knows that new song, all right?
Mm-hmm. I got scripture.
Okay.
This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 11. It says, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. Many false prophets shall arise and deceive many. All right, and it's going to continue to be so until the end of this thing, really. All right, because you got IUIC, ISUPK, the Sakari group, the dudes out there in Chicago, all these different groups out here who's saying they got the truth, but they don't. All right. They're mixing it in. They have partially they got the correct doctrine, all right? As far as knowing that you're an Israelite, then they go off on certain points, just like with the rape doctrine. It's not even a doctrine because it's in the scriptures. That's what they call it, the rape doctrine, because they don't agree with it. When it's clear as day in the scriptures, it's just that you can't see that because the spirit isn't dealing with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they want to say like things like, "Oh, we rape women." Okay, the scriptures tell you that men in the ancient world took women by force. Now us, we know better. All right, we know according to Romans 13 chapter that we got to obey the powers that be. Okay, these niggas is trying to come up against the powers that be. Mm-hmm. You know, which the powers that be as of right now is Esau and his elite. Okay, these men are bugged out false prophets. All right, they say that we don't got the truth. We teach the truth, and the truth is that men in the ancient world did take women by force. Okay, now we don't teach to do that because you can get apprehended and thrown in prison and thrown in jail, Salakia. You know, but that's what took place back in the ancient world. You know, that's part of our customs, man. You know, you got something on?
I was looking for it.
While you get that, I'll get this one.
Okay.
This is Romans chapter 11, verse 7. What then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for. And what are all Israelites seeking for, man? The truth. Mm-hmm. Ever since we were young, coming into this world, us brothers that are in the truth, we discerned things in the world that weren't right. And we said, you know, there has to be something more to this, man. There has to be something more to life than just going to school, being a good slave, seeing our parents be good slaves and pass their age and grow old and die, man. There has to be more than just being a slave, man. There has to be more than just being a spick, a nigga, all right, like these other nations call us, man. Like our own people call us, man. You know, you have something, bro?
Go ahead, I got something.
Go ahead.
This is 1 Timothy chapter 6 and 3. If any man teach otherwise, and consent not to wholesome words, even the words of our Lord Yahushua, and to the doctrine which is according to godliness, he is proud, knowing nothing, but doubting about questions.
Yeah, and that's these dudes, man.
Yeah.
Okay, they teach forward doctrines like GOCC, for example. They teach that there's mermaids. That's not part of the doctrine. That's not in the scriptures. That's not truth. So if you teach in lies, according to Jude, I believe it's Jude or either Galatians 1:8, 1:6, it says that let that man be accursed for teaching dogma, man, teaching fables, in which those guys teach. ISCPK, they teach we got to build our kingdom within Esau's kingdom. That's bugged out, man. This kingdom going to be destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? Yahweh Bashem Yahushua told us in Micah 2:10, this place is not our rest. You know? But then you got these guys saying, oh, we need to build our kingdom in Esau kingdom. We need to build a military here. We need to start picking up guns. The scriptures tell you be harmless as a dove and wise as a serpent.
Yeah. And like I was just watching the other brothers live show they did Saturday night. Mm-hmm. They was going into that being wise as serpents, harmless as doves. These dudes, these niggas basically walk around with t-shirts with fringes and stuff. How's that being wise, man? Because everybody knows, they're hip to what an Israelite is, and they know about like what comes with being an Israelite. All right. Because you got Esau creating websites trying to break it down like Black Hebrew Israelites, this and that. So when people see you with a t-shirt with fringes on there or something like that, they look at you like you basically a terrorist or some shit.
Good.
You basically you putting a target on yourself.
Yeah.
That's not walking circumspect, having discernment, being wise as a serpent. All right. And these dudes, going back to scripture where it said, in the 4th verse where it said, he is proud knowing nothing but doubting about questions, and that's what they was doing in the video. You was trying to dodge the question. Yeah, brother's asking a straightforward question like he read the scripture on the account of rape in Deuteronomy, and then you wanted to beat around the bush like, no, I mean when it said take her, that means you rapping to her, lay hold on her. Like, you trying to make excuses up for stuff, and then you was trying to avoid other questions the brother was asking you. But then, what do they do when they can't get away from the question? They be a demon and try to change the subject and go back to what? Oh, all y'all do is talk about rape. Well, y'all rape. That's all you can do at that point. That's what a woman does, man. Just like the viral video, that one viral video at our camp when the fucking bugged out Ethiopian bitch, all she did was just keep on yelling. And she wasn't making no pointer whatsoever. She's just sitting there just yelling, trying to yell over us, just like those black bitches that came up, just yelling and screaming. That's what you niggas do, because you're a female, man. You're emotional. All right, you're not dealing with the scriptures. You're dealing with your emotions.
You finished with that?
Oh, just a little bit more.
Okay.
Doubting about questions and strifes of words, whereof cometh envy, strife, railings, and evil surmisings. That was it on that one.
Yeah, and that's read again, Bible sure.
Kind. He is proud, knowing nothing, but doubting about questions and strifes of words, whereof cometh envy, strife, railings, and evil surmisings.
Yeah, and you guys can't answer questions. So what do? You go about talking mess, man. You know, and you're proud. You guys are really proud. All right, you got to be proud to be out there wearing all black with studs, spikes all over you. I believe some of y'all got guns on you, man. Some of y'all got weapons on you. Like them niggas, Sakari. They'll be out there with knives on them, big ass knives too, man. Showing what? That you doubt, man. You lack faith. Mm-hmm. None of us brothers in Great Millstone out there with guns or knives, anything like that, man.
Yeah, that's being carnal minded.
Mm-hmm.
Carnally minded. That's not being spiritually minded. A spiritually minded man, you wouldn't think about having weapons on you because what? You have faith that the Lord's going to deliver you out of anything that you get into. Because you're walking with wisdom, man. You're not just walking around being simple or being carnally minded. Because to be carnally minded is death. Like the brother was saying, you carry a knife on you, a knife on you, or a gun on you. You're expecting to get into like a shootout or a fight where you're gonna have to use that.
Good.
You should already, if you're in a spiritual man, you're not even going to get into no shit like that, man. Because you're not going to, you know how to handle situations to avoid that in the first place, as well as knowing that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Rakal Kodash is going to deliver you from any situation you get into. We didn't have dudes come up to our cap, threaten us with guns and pull out knives and the whole nine, and we didn't have no knife or gun on us. What we do, we still sat there in boldness, man, in the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Rakal Kodash, and kept on doing what we do.
Okay. I got something for you real quick.
Okay.
It says 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 15. But sanctify the Lord power in your hearts, and be ready always to give answer. And be ready to always give an answer to every man that asketh you a reason of the hope that is in you with meekness and fear.
Yeah, you got to be able to give an answer, man. You can't be like in that video. That's a prime example. He wasn't able to give an answer, so what he do? He just kept on running, trying to change the subject. Just like when the Edomite come up to the camp, you cut them at one point, then they want to change the whole subject. Okay, what about this or what about that? Trying to keep on jumping from topic to topic because they're getting cornered. And if somebody come up to you asking a question, man, you're supposed to have an answer, man, according to the scriptures. But these dudes, they don't have answers, man. Just like the elder brother Yashawam was going into in his video. These dudes, they at one year the mark of the beast was a white woman, then it's 666 men. Then it just keep on, every year it keeps on changing.
Yeah, but if the mark of the beast is a white woman, how come I can't walk in the store with Edomite bitch and cash out, get everything, you know?
You gotta ask them that. They gonna give you an answer though.
How come I can't walk into a jewelry store with an Edomite bitch and say, hey, I got the mark? Point to my concubine and be like, hey, I got the mark. I got the mark of the beast. I got an Edomite woman. Shouldn't they give me the whole store if I wanted it? It tells you that with the mark of the beast, you're going to be able to buy and sell. The mark of the beast is a RFID chip, man. It's a microchip. It's not sleeping with a white woman, okay? Mm-hmm. Like it's some fucking American werewolf movie, man. You know? The mark of the beast is an RFID microchip. Okay? It's not Christianity. Isn't that another thing they said?
Yeah, they said Christianity. They keeps on changing. Like it went from the white woman Christianity, 666 men, elite Edomite men. Like they just keep on changing. It's never y'all stuff keeps switching up. Yeah. It never just stays the same, man. The doctrine isn't supposed to change, man. The doctrine it's only one doctrine, man.
One truth.
One truth.
This is no.
No, you can go ahead.
All right, this is Proverbs 28:1. The wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are as bold as a lion. And like this brother was saying, you can break it down. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, the righteous are bold as a lion, man. We stand out there proclaiming the truth. All right, going back dealing with that video. Going back dealing with that video. All right, the dude he basically just ran off the street. It got to one point where he's like, oh, no, I ain't dealing with y'all, man. I'm gone.
Nice educated.
Yeah. He just literally just walked away.
Man.
Because what happened, what the scriptures say? Debate thy cause with thy brother, man. You're supposed to be ready to go into the scriptures and have a civil debate, man. He couldn't even have a civil debate. All right. Brothers dealt with him cordially. All right. Letting you speak your madness. All right. And then they'll cut your madness up. Dealing with the scriptures, and this dude the whole time throughout the conversation, he never brought out one scripture. He was just speaking out of his fucking. He basically just talking shit, basically making it up as he go. He didn't bring out none scripture backing up any of his points, but the brothers they going in the scriptures backing their points up, and then all he could do is just jump back to the rape. That's all he could ever mention because he started getting cut.
Yeah, you guys, man, you guys got a hell debate, man. All right, because the flock, the sheep, is looking for Yahushua. They're looking for the truth. They're looking for the living water, man. And you taking them to a nuclear facility to drink nuclear radiated water, man. You leading our people to death, man. You know, you guys should be ashamed of yourselves, man. And because this truth is life or death, man. You got to be teaching the 100% truth, you know. And when you do go off, you got to repent and receive the truth. All right, you got to repent and start teaching the truth, man. Because if you add or take away, like it tells you in Revelation, I believe 20:22, that you're justified, the Lord is justifiable in putting you to death and adding all these plagues upon you, man. You know, what are the ultimate plagues? Nuclear missiles, man. you know, I'm going to continue with this because I forgot to finish it.
Okay.
This is Romans chapter 11, verse 7. What then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for. Go ahead.
Which is the truth. That's what Israel's seeking for, man. They want to know the truth about, like, what's my purpose in life? All right, who am I? Because, like, niggas know they not no so-called African American. No, I'm not. They're not black.
Okay.
All right, they know that much at least. All right, but they still don't know who they are. They seeking the truth. All right, but they don't find it. It's not meant for majority of our people to find out who they are. All right.
It says, but the election hath attained it, and the rest were blinded.
Yeah, the election had saved it, man. The elect. All right, and the rest were blinded because it's not meant for the rest to get it. The Lord doesn't want to save you. 2/3 of our people, man. It's only ordained for the 1/3 in the elect to get this thing, man, and to receive salvation. The rest of our people, man. It's just like you just on that. You on the hit list, basically. You were born in vain, pretty much. Just born to be destroyed. And that's a hard thing for our people to understand. If you tell a nigga on the street something like that, like the Lord created a lot of our people just to be destroyed, they'll be like, damn, what kind of power is that? Why would the Lord do something like that? Isn't he supposed to be about love, this and that? Hey man, you niggas, you made a covenant with the Lord, man. And you forgot about that. You said let that blood be upon your head. You forgot about that as well. That's still that's you're in that same light. Even though you're in a different it's down in generations, you're still one of those people that was in the crowd saying let the blood be upon your head.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 1. And he answered me, saying, the Most High had made this world for many, but the world to come for few.
Yeah, this world is made for many because you see like people having kids left and right, man. Just popping out babies left and right, all right? Young chicks like dang near middle school, high school having babies, all right? But this world was created for many because a lot of people are going to be destroyed, really. That's why so many spirits coming back because that judgment's on the way, man. And it's going to, that the world was first destroyed by water, and this time it's going to be by fire. The Lord's bringing back everybody for that last judgment, man. That big final wave of judgment with the nuclear missiles, all right? In the time of Jacob's trouble. That's why all these spirits is being brought back now. Really, that's why the scriptures say in Jeremiah that it's a curse basically to have kids now. You shouldn't be wanting to have kids right now in these days. Because of all the hell that's coming to this place, man, really, why would you want to put yourself through that? Especially your seed or anything. Because this isn't this type of society you would want to raise a kid in. And then all the hell coming to this place, it's not meant to be right now, really. Because a lot of people that's having kids right now, all right, their kids are going to be destroyed. That's not the ones that are not part of the election, man. Because that's the only way you're going to be able to save your household is by being a man that Yahweh Shem Yahushai and doing his will.
Yeah, this is Matthew chapter 24. I believe it's 24. It says is it Matthew 24 where it says about woe be unto them that give suck in those days? I got it. Yeah, it's right here. It says Matthew 24:19. It says, and woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days.
Yeah, in those days, what are those days, man? The days of Jacob's trouble. Because if you have a kid, you gotta imagine if you gotta be on the run your damn self, and you got a kid with you, that's kind of slowing you up. Because you gotta always make sure your kids your kids cool, they make it, they're well. And then if it's like a real baby, like an infant baby, they're just crying 24/7. You know, you can't hide nowhere because they crying. They gotta be breastfed, this and that. You know, the whole, just like, you know, brothers that did have kids, you could imagine if you had a kid dealing with, like, around the times of Jacob's trouble. That's really more of a burden unto you. Because instead of thinking about yourself and be like, all right, I gotta do this and that, you gotta consider them as well. But that comes as well with you having faith that the Lord's going to, you know, to deliver you out of those situations you get into. And at the same time, if it's meant for, like, you know, they don't make it, you have to be willing to accept that at the same time, because you got to keep that option open as well, because you don't know how things may turn out. We just do what we're supposed to do so that things can turn out good for like brothers that do have kids and whatnot, the reason they going hard, man, is for them first and foremost, and for their for their household.
Good. Yeah, because a good example is to read the book of Job.
Yeah.
And Job stressed it a lot that he said, naked I came into the world, and naked I shall leave. So us, even if we're part of the elect, we gonna leave naked pretty much, meaning without things from this world, if it's up to the Lord. Now, if it's in the Lord's pleasure to deliver us with our children, our women, our wives, I should say, or wife, because you got niggas out there, oh, see, wives, you know. Hey, if it's in the Lord's will to do such, then that's His pleasure. But our hopes is to seek the kingdom, because we don't know what the Lord's are going to allow us to leave with, man. You know, certain brothers got nice cars, man. Certain brothers got things that they really like, you know. Might have some nice jewelry or something. Well, we ain't going to leave with those things. So we got to take into consideration Job. Mm-hmm. And what Job went through. Job lost children. Job lost riches. Job lost things of substance, man. Now the Lord is going to give us all that back. And if you're spiritual, say you do lose a child, say you do going through a Jacob's trouble, and your child dies, and the Lord delivers you. Who do you think is going to be up in their chariot? In that chariot, your child might be up there in the chariot, man. You know, might be. And if not, as soon as we touch down, and you impregnate a woman, you're gonna bring your children back. You know, mm-hmm. The Lord is gonna really do pleasures for us, man. Hey, it says, what does it say? Those that delight in the Lord shall receive the pleasures of their heart, or simply paraphrasing. I'm gonna get it real quick. I believe it's Psalm 34:7.
Yeah, man, because the scriptures, the men in the scriptures, what did they do when they was prophesying, man? Before when they had to go serve the Lord, they asked him like, what will we receive for giving up everything? You know, and the scriptures tell you that you have to be willing to. It says that they that love their father, mother, woman, child. All right, if you love anything more than the Most High, you're not fit to be a servant. So you really have to be willing to give up everything. That's the type of mentality you gotta have when you're in this truth. Yeah, of course, brothers love their seed and all. Yeah, at the same time, you have to be willing to lose everything. Like the brother's saying, the prime example, Job. He lost his children, all right, his cattle, his riches, his servants. He lost a whole lot of things, man. And did he ever lose faith? But one thing he didn't lose is his faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And he still kept his integrity. Though he, like it says in Job, though he slay me, yet will he keep his integrity, man, for him.
Yeah. Though you slay me, yet will I trust in thee.
Yeah. It's a lot. Yeah. Though he slay me, yet will I trust in thee. He maintained his ways before Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because it was what happened. It was Satan who came to the Most High with that proposition, saying like, I bet you he'll curse you to your face if you take away his seed from him, or if you let me do this or that to him. And the Lord said, no, he ain't going to do that. He's a faithful servant. And what happened? He got tried, and it came out that he was a faithful servant because he kept his faith and he trusted in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
This is Psalm 37:4. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the pleasures of thine heart.
Yeah. So the Lord going to give you everything that you want, man. Really fuck it, like having it on this side, man, because everything that we get on this side is temporary. It's not going to be here forever. So it's really not a big deal of having anything on this side. We really care about having more in the kingdom to come, not the kingdom that's this wicked kingdom set up now. Because anything we do get here is just going to be destroyed, man. And it's not a righteous kingdom, so we can't enjoy it to the full capability like we will in the kingdom, man. In the kingdom, that's when we're going to really be able to enjoy having a clean chariot, having a woman to deal with, having children, having food to eat, enjoying food, enjoying everything that you think you enjoy now. You're really going to be enjoying that in the kingdom to come, man. Because you're not really enjoying it now because it's perverse in this society. The food's not up to its full potential. The women you deal with, they're not how the women in the ancient days used to be. Are bathing in oils and being a virgin, saved for you, ready to serve, and willing to do whatever you ask. All these different things, we're not really enjoying life here, man. We think that we are because of the society we grew up in. You think that you're having fun doing this and that. It's really not fun compared to what we're going to enjoy in the kingdom.
Yeah. I'm going to jump back in 2nd Ezra. It's 2nd Ezra 8 and 2. I will tell thee a similitude, Ezra, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee that it giveth much mold whereof. Earthen vessels are made, but little dust that gold cometh of. Even so is the course of this present world, where be many created, but few shall be saved.
Yeah. That's how this present world is. Many people are being created. Many people having kids left and right, man. But few is going to be saved. That's a small number that, as far as that's going to receive salvation. Because a lot of people are just receiving judgment.
Yeah, Matthew 24 and 13 links up with that as well.
Okay.
It says, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
Yeah. We could probably close out on that one. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. The same that shall endure to the end shall be saved. And that's what it's about right now, man. That's why brothers are pushing to go harder, do more videos, do more work, abound more in the spirit, fellowship with brothers more often. Or do what you need to do to stay in the spirit, because it's all about enduring to the end. And you still seeing people still fall out, because there's a lot of people that ain't right. Like the apostles always stress, that it's still you guys still got niggas in GMS. So it's not over until it is over, as far as this place being destroyed. All right, that's why we gotta endure to the end. And endure means to suffer, man. Whatever you gotta go through. Hey, man, we understand that it's chastisement from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and it's really to make us harder and to keep us in the right spirit, man. You had any last closing words?
No.
All right, said. So with that, Lord willing, the lesson was edifying. We're gonna give all praises again to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakal Kodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, and Shalom to all the Akim out there preaching His word in truth and sincerity. Shalom.